Hi, and welcome to another 5-minute UAD tip. Today, I'll be getting you going on the EMT 140 Plate Reverb plugin. Since 1957, the lush, complex reverb of EMT 140 plates has been a part of the sound of modern music. They've earned their place in history because they're simple to use and are great on just about any instrument and genre. Let's dive in. Because of their even diffusion, plate reverbs are naturally great on drums, especially when you can use individual sends from each source. On this track, I've separated out the drums from strike and have a send from each one. To add a bit of space, we'll select plate A and set it to a short decay time. Now we'll bring up the sends to create a nice mix for the reverb, starting with the snare. Then overheads in the other drums, and just a touch of kick. To reduce cloudiness, sometimes it's helpful to roll up the input filter so less rumble is produced. It can also be good to use the EQ to remove some of the highs so it uses less space in the mix. Here's the before and after. Here's an old trick with plates. Many engineers prefer the original mono plate for snares so they remain centered. Let's give it a try. We'll drop the snare out of the stereo plate and put it into its own short plate with the width control set to 0, which is mono. This gives the drum nice shape without taking up as much stereo space. The 140 is also extremely useful on strings to create beautiful lush pads. Here we have 3 layers of stereo strings I've blended together for a nice combination of sustained and motion parts. We'll set the 140 up on plate C, which uses the Martek modification, known for its smoothness. The decay time is longer, and we'll leave the input filter at 90 Hz. As we bring up the sends, it gets nice and full, with more sustain and less separation between the parts. Like the drums, let's use the EQ to roll off some of the highs. Here's the before and after. The Rhodes carries the verses on this piece, so let's give it a special place of its own. For variety, we'll use the B plate with a medium decay time. We'll also give it a pre-delay so it sets deeper in the mix. And finally, a little modulation of the reverb tails to make it more diffuse. Here's everything together, before and after. So now, forget everything I just told you, and let's consider another approach to reverb. Instead of using separate reverbs for groups, let's go old school and use one reverb sound for everything. This tends to gel a song together, as if everything were playing in the same space. Here's what it sounds like with one shared reverb for everything. And here's what the separated reverbs sound like again. As you can hear, the EMT 140 gives you a wide range of good flavors to choose from, and of course, there's no incorrect way to use it. This is just the beginning, so check out the EMT 140 Classic Plate Reverberator Plug-In, only from Universal Audio.